Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. So down here in the dock area, I decided to go ahead. Well, I've been doing obviously a lot down here, I guess. A lot of big terrain stuff on that side and then working on the coastline. Well, I figured I would just go ahead and start working on the other side of the coastline, which is, well, it was the forest originally, but looky here, a big old building that I added. So I've been wanting to have a factory added into the world, and yeah, I hear you all like why they got a factory up in this medieval world, but hold on, just hear me out for a second. This world, although yes, very realistic, has a little bit of leniencies for creative aspects. And I figure a world like this, a city like this, would need a factory of some sort. And so that's exactly what I built. And I think I really, I tried my best to make it look like it would fit in this era. And I think it does. I think it fits in pretty well. Um, and it's a large build, but I think it fits in this area well, and I think it fits theming wise pretty well too. It took me a while to do this to come up with the exact design, because you can easily like make it look super modern, or you can make it look like, I don't know, just kind of make it look weird. But I think this is working for now. Obviously, it's not all the way finished, but the kind of the outer shell of it I think looks pretty good. So let's go ahead on around and tour it. We'll go through this secret little entrance down here. I wouldn't say it's secret, but it is an entrance. So yeah, let's go through the old insurance agency. Here you can get another pretty good view of it. We'll go through the back entrance. So there's a couple entrances going through here, and so this forest, it I don't know. I thought it was a lot smaller than what it actually is, but it's pretty big. So I plan on putting quite a bit of things through here. I don't know if I'm exactly going to keep the forest like originally planned, but it's kind of snaking through here a little bit back in here, and then you come to the back of the factory. And so it's the same kind of design as the front of it. And the side, I still need to do quite a bit, but I'm thinking about putting more like a storage area back here for the factory. So it'll be kind of like the dockyard that has that. And so you come into the factory through these doors, and there's no interior in it yet, because that is going to take a long time to do. Let's see if I can get this block. It's going to take a long time to do the interior, and I've got a lot of like really cool plans with it. And so I figured I would do that in the next episode, of course. But you can come out to this side, and I think that every kind of factory, I guess, especially within this time frame, because you don't have like vehicle travel, so everything would be transported by boat. So this building is obviously bringing a lot of materials so it can build things, and then also probably exporting quite a bit too. So I feel like it needed an extension of the docks, so I just kind of made the same sort of dock design is what we have over on this side. So it just kind of lines up, and out here it'll be similar to those docks where there's a lot going on. It's very busy and different things with it, but yeah, I just think I think it looks nice, and it kind of wraps around, and there's these different little buildings over here that bring some different character to it. Oh, it's getting dark. But it's right along the border of the city through here. This tower, it's not completed. I need to make a way up into the, well, I do have a way up into it, but I need to design the interior a little better. But you can actually walk up on these walls and stuff. And then on the other side, it's just out in the wilderness here. And so that's going to be another terraforming project I've determined. I was thinking about like doing a terraforming project within the city walls, and making this like a really cool like forest area, but I figured it would be better just to add more buildings instead, and then turn this into more of like a worked and like terraformed area. It really looks bad. Like there's just a lot of random stuff. This should be a river going all the way through here. So I'm going to be making a custom river and custom forest, and then probably more mountains eventually at some point. But that's in a few videos further down the road, I would say. But yeah, let's continue looking at the old factory here. And I know what the factory is, what it's going to be, but you guys will have to wait for the next episode, which I apologize for. But that's just part of it for a few reasons. But I really need to make a different staircase. But up here we have another kind of like top building. And if you ever been in like a factory, there's just like a lot of like random little buildings and entrances and stuff, and it just kind of like is like a maze, and that's kind of what I'm going for. Of course, you'll see it more in the interior look, but up here, this is a really cool view of the city. Actually, you get a nice perspective. The docks really look good from here. The docks and the cathedral. It's probably my favorite area of the city, like this view with the mountain, the new mountain range behind it. Probably that's my favorite picture of Catalogero, I would say. But got a smokestack here. Of course, every factory has to have that. And then down below this is going to be like a giant furnace system. So that'll be pretty cool. And then over here you can actually, and I'm going to put like stuff up here going on too. And then right here you can walk down to the little side building. And maybe this will be like little offices or something like that, or maybe just an extension of the factory, and I'll put the offices in a different building. But yeah, that's kind of the design of the factory. I'm excited about it. I had a lot of fun building this factory. It's something that I've never done. I've never built like a full-blown factory in Minecraft. I mean, I've built like mine stuff and like foundry stuff, water treatment facilities, but like a production factory is not something that I've made. So I'm very excited about that for sure. So yeah, I guess without further ado, let's get into a little bit of lore. All right. So let me pull it up here. Over the next few years, many fights and feuds broke out until the eventual War of 5120. In this, the Red Flag and the Slayers Guild decided to take the combat from the underground right up into the streets. The fighting lasted 8 days, and many Rayor citizens even joined in. There were large amounts of injuries and even a few deaths, one being the Slayers Guild General, General Goggles. He was a very admirable and cherished leader, and yes, his first name was General, therefore his job as General was almost guaranteed. But at the end of the day, there was no progress made on either side. They were evenly matched and evenly stubborn. Finally, in October of 5120, the deadlock was released and the treaty was signed. The River Peace Agreement was enacted by King Fleam that signified peace between the two factions. Though King Fleam tended to side with the Red Flag, that he decided to put aside his differences for the betterment of the city as a whole. Another aspect of this was that in order to ensure cooperation, each faction must build an embassy in the other faction's territory. All negotiations from here on will go through the embassies, and they will report to the 5 judges in the courthouse each month on the status of the peace agreement. Hopefully this will aid in changing the culture of the once peaceful town, or maybe it will just move the fighting back underground like before. So that's pretty interesting. So, things were coming to a head. Obviously, they needed to do something where they would destroy the city, but building embassies over in the other territories divided by the river, I think is an interesting idea. And obviously, that has implications for what we are to build eventually. So building embassies is something that will eventually be done, and I'm excited to work on. But yeah, I think today, I think this week was a pretty good update. I'm excited to start working on this like little island over here. And if kind of you follow the lore, a lot of the city is separated by the river, and so the river that goes through here, it divides like this side, and then hold on, let me swim on over here. It divides this side, so this is like the Red Flag side and the original side of the city. And then this side of the river over here is the Slayers Guild side and the Vandalia kind of immigration area. But like this like little island area over here that's separated by the 2 rivers, this is kind of like neutral area. And so this factory is on neutral ground, and eventually we're going to do something with the neutral aspect of this. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the update, and I hope you guys enjoy kind of this world and the different things about it. I'm excited for what is to come, and yeah, I will see you all next week.